Hi Flosstube, this is Amy. I love toads. This is a channel about cross stitch. Today is January, I think it's the 20th, 2020. Don't know what number Flosstube this is, but you can look down there and find out. The boys are gone, so I'm going to do a quick Flosstube and get to stitching. So, got a pile here. I'll move it a tiny bit. I have a finish, like a fully finish, and let me show you the pattern. This is my Jelly of the Month Club. It's a kit from Dying to Stitch. It's actually the Quaint Country Ladies Club, and I signed up for the 2020 one because I love Pineberry Lane, and it's fun to get little kits in the mail. Next year's will be fall, Thanksgiving, and Halloween themed, so that'll be fun. Although, you know, Christmas is my favorite. And here it is. Isn't it adorable? I love how it turned out. It's so cute. I can't wait to use it next year. Isn't that cute? She gives you the full instructions on how to make it, so you don't have to try to figure all this out on your own. And you get everything to make it. Isn't that so cute? The only thing I changed, I'll show you in the pattern, well, on the cover, this little girl looked like she was wearing sunglasses. So I changed her hair to brown and kept her eyes dark. So you can see, yeah. So she doesn't look like she's wearing sunglasses inside. So that's one FFO. My other FFO is not complete yet, but it is on its way. It's the stocking. This is a Stony Creek. I have the magazine right here. Volume 30, number 3, Stony Creek annual holiday issue. So 2018. And I'm gonna have to answer that because both of my boys are out. My son is snowboarding up in the mountains today with his girlfriend's family. And my husband, if you've been watching the news and you know where I live, you might know where he's at. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I am hand stitching this on. I'm hand stitching the trim on because I was actually scared to make piping and sew piping in because I thought it was going to look wonky if I did that. But sewing this trim on is tedious. So I just do a few stitches a night, and that's how far I got. But I'm almost done, and it's going to look so cute. It already looks so cute. So I love it. I love how it's turning out. So maybe by my next Flosstube, that will be done. Let me make sure this is not my son or my husband. Oh, it's my husband. Hold on. Hold, please. I can cut this part out. Okay, we're back. I'm back. Okay, part FFO. I have some finishes. Let's see. I have one finish. So I saw that Sassy Jacks was having a Valentine exchange. It was supposed to be a Plum Street, Summer House Stitchworks, or Jeanette Douglas pattern. So I went ahead and picked out a Summer House Stitchworks pattern that I love and I had. And I stitched it up for the exchange, and I'm going to FFO it today and send it out to Sassy Jacks for the Valentine's Day exchange. And I love how it turned out. I love that little deer. So I will either make it a needle book or a pen pillow. It's so cute. I love the color. I changed all the colors. I just went with colors I had. So that. Put that right there. That was a new start and a finish. I have another new start. It is the pattern that I lost last time. I actually found it. It was between two quilts. I had asked my husband to put one of the quilts away, and I had laid some cross stitch patterns on top of my other quilt to put away, and he just put the other quilt right on my cross stitch patterns. But I found them. I started Summer Quilts by the Blue Flower. This is Janine McGowan. And I am not going to do the drum, and I'm going to leave one quilt out. I think I'm leaving this one out. So I'm going to make it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to hang it on my wall. Hang it on my wall, like in front of my washer and dryer. So my washing area, laundry area. And it's going to be so cute. So I started that. I picked all my own colors. I did not use any other called for. I just picked from my stash. And this is where I'm at. Started with a little dog. Well, I started with the grass and then did a little dog, and I worked my way up to a quilt. Isn't that cute? This is, let me see what you're seeing. Lighting is not good as usual. So this is 36 Helix by Picture This Plus. Love this color. So it'll look like the blue sky. So I worked on that a bit. Started that at my girlfriend Becky's house the other day. We had a little stitching get together. I'm going to put away as I go, so it's not a train wreck when I get done. And let me check my phone again. Hold, please. Okay, I'm back. Everybody's good. The son is good. The husband is good. We're all good. I'm good. I worked on my temperature tree a little bit. I did not have all the colors to do some of the leaves, so some of them aren't filled in, but my husband and I went to Hobby Lobby. This is Monday. We went Saturday. So I haven't filled in those leaves yet, but I am working on the trunk, and you can see what leaves I did get done. I love it. It's so beautiful. We've had a very warm January. This might be the coldest day we've had this year so far. So I'm missing some leaves here, and I think I can fill in probably 3 or 4 more right here. This is 1/1, 28 count. Vintage Country Mocha. And I'm going to finish working on this one after I do this, so I left it in the hoop. Because that will be worked on in a minute. That is by Stitchin' Mommy on Etsy, and her name is Sarah, and I'll put it below. Okay, now for my Whipco. Remember my Whipco board? I'm doing Whipco. Jessie Marie, she called the 6 and the 12. So that green star and that green star were called. I was going to work on this the first half of January and this one the second half of January. So first half of January is over. I worked on Man's Best Friend for 2 weeks. Let me show you Man's Best Friend. This is Man's Best Friend by Dimensions. It was a kit. I'm changing the jacket to blue. And you can now really see the dog. Isn't it so cool? I really love it. Just, you can actually see stuff now. I will put in, I believe I have a picture of this where it was before. So I'll put in like a before and after of this. I love it. It's going to be amazing. I love the dog. This is 36 count, just an even weave. I think it's a Jobelin. Next on the Whipco board was my, I called it Cardinals, but it is actually called, yeah, I have Cardinals written on my Whipco board. It's actually called Redbirds and Raspberries by Crosswing Collections. So this was called Next. I have not been working on this very much, but I did work on some leaves because I started on the Sassy Jacks thing, exchange, and I started my summer quilts. So this has not got as much as my man's best friend, but I have worked on it, and I'm going to continue to work on it until the end of January. So here we go. There it is. So beautiful. He is way bright, but I love him. Bring him in a little more. I can't see what y'all are seeing. There we go. This is a mystery linen. I believe it is 32 count. I got it at Stitch Fest 1.5 years ago. So I worked on, I think on this leaf more, and I worked on these leaves. And that's all I've done so far. If I have a before and after picture, which I might because I did a whip parade not too long ago, so I may have a before picture from where I started. So it's beautiful. So that one will be worked on a lot in the next week and a half. I'm actually going out of town. I leave Thursday. I will be gone till Sunday night. So I'm going to take it with me, but I can't tell you where I'm going because it's a surprise and the person might be watching. So I'll tell you where I went on my next video. But I'm going to take Cardinals with me. Don't know if I'm going to get a lot of stitching, so she might not get. But I think my Cardinals is on my Whipco board again. It is. So it'll get called again sometime again. So, okay. I also worked on this one a lot because I love it and I want to finish it and have it on my wall really bad. The Scarlet House, A Perfect World. It's so me. Changed those flowers to be blue because I love blue. Love blue and green and brown. Yay. That's where I'm at. I will show a before. We'll put it like right there maybe. This is 40 count Stars Hollow by R&R. Oh, I also changed the dogs to brown. So there's 4 little dogs in there because our dogs are brown. I love that bottom border. And once that is done, is that one on my Whipco? Excuse me, hold on. Hold, please. That one is not on my Whipco because I think I had planned to just keep working on it anyway because I wanted to finish it. So I will keep working on that until it's gone, and then I will start my Hands Across the Sea sampler. 2 more to go. I worked on this on Dark 13. So on January the 13th, there's Dark 13 stitching. Well, every 13th of every month, there is Dark 13 stitching. This is Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. Love this pattern. I love the darkness of it, and it's not spooky and demon-like. I changed these big black birds. Well, I've only stitched 2 so far, and I changed them to vultures because I love a vulture. And I think that's the only thing I've changed in this. So on the 13th, I worked on these little red flowers or berries or whatever they are. And I think I may have, yes, I put in some words at the bottom. The home of I put in, and the berries or flowers. So it's beautiful. This is 35 count weeks dye works in straw. I'm slowly working on that because I do not want it to end because I love it so much. And it is my only Dark 13 stitching that I have. But I found another Dark 13 stitching pattern I want. I have not bought it yet, although in my haul, let's go on to haul. No, let's not. I did buy 2 flosses for my next Dark 13 piece. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I haven't even bought it yet. You'll just have to see after I finish this one. Okay, last, always last is my Heaven and Earth Design mini top frog. This is my Hade. It's a mini. I am supposed to be getting 4,000 stitches on this. I think I've got 1,100 since January 1st. And here it is. Last time, where was I? I think I was in this row and I was at his nose. Was I at his nose? Yes, and I think I went down and then down here. That would probably be 11. Yeah. So there it is. It's 25 count, 1/1. And I haven't worked on it probably in the last 5 days because of my Valentine's Day exchange piece, migraine for 2 days, and going down to my girlfriend's house to stitch because this is not a travel piece. So hopefully, and I'm going out of town again. Maybe I'll work on it tonight and knock out a couple hundred. Yeah, right. Okay. So that's cross stitch. I also worked on my quilt, guys. I worked on my quilt. I'm just going to show it you real quick. It is this quilt right here. What's it called? It's called Tree Farming. It's beautiful. It's in the book Countdown to Christmas. And I'm going to put a picture in right here of how many blocks I got done. I went to go quilt with my girlfriends last weekend. Yeah, I think, or maybe it was the weekend before that. I don't know. We quilted. We went and did quilt day, and I got some of my tree blocks done. And that's when I went ahead and did my FFOs too. So I didn't get to work on it very much, but I'll put a picture in of my trees, and it's scrappy. Then I worked a teeny tiny bit on my punch needle. Briar Cottage Studios. This is Holly. And let's see. This is what it looks like so far. Is it upside down? No, no, it's not. Okay. It's right now. So this is all the background, and then you can see the holly branch coming up. All the berries are done. I just need to do these 2 leaves and all the background. So I think my stitches are way, way too dense. So here's the back. And I've got my little Valentine ball right here. And I'm scared that this is not going to fill in the whole background. So I need to get one more ball somehow, some way. I either need to contact Julie again from Reflections Framing and Stitching, because that's where I got the last ball from. Or maybe Lori at Not Forgotten Farm has some, because I know she carries the Valentine. So we'll see. So I worked on that, and that is all I worked on since my last video. I have a little bit of haul. Let me take it out of the plastic for you. I got my last Jelly of the Month Club. My Pineberry Lanes, the Quaint Country Ladies. This is the last one for 2019. So cute. Look at the fabric it comes with. Beautiful. And then it comes with all the finishing, the trim. So I am probably going to save this for next Christmas to start. Since our patterns in 2020 are all fall and Thanksgiving and Halloween, this will be something Christmassy to start. And so I'll save that one. I also picked up, I went to House Tyrol in Williamsburg and did some stitching with the ladies there a couple weeks ago. And I picked up, let's see, what is that? Frosty's Night Out. That's so adorable. I don't really have any winter stuff. I have mostly Christmas stuff. So I'm going to change him to look more winter. So I'll probably take this red out and I'll add more blue. So blues and greens instead of the reds and greens. I did get the Murky to stitch him on. And they did not have 36, so I got the 40. So I will be stitching him on 40 count Murky. So he's going to be tiny. Tiny and cute. And then I picked up a Plum Street For You. Because I love that moose. And Christmas. And a sleigh. Oh, and I did get the fabric for that too. Which is Confederate Gray, 36 weeks dye works. And then I picked up another needle minder because I'm crazy. Because I love creatures and the Loch Ness Monster. I saw Emily C. from Eclectic Possessions had this needle minder. And I needed it in my life. So she told me where I could get it. Mad for Minders. So I picked it up and I love it and now I can use it. Okay, let's see. Let me look at my book. I think that's it, guys. This is amazing. So short and amazing. Yep, that's it. Yay! Okay, have a good rest of your January. I will probably see you the beginning of February. Yep. Love you. Bye.